Hello, everybody. This is Duck, and welcome to a dubbed version of Duck's World. And this is because I unplugged my microphone, so all of the visual stuff that you're seeing is all live recorded, and then my voice is being recorded about 3 hours afterwards when I realized that all my audio for the first half of this episode does not exist. But what we did end up finding in the first beginning of this episode, and this clip is going to be super long, so I'm going to be able to elaborate very well, is I found a tundra village with an igloo. And so I ended up just going briefly through the village a little bit. I was looking for anything of any sort of value, and I did end up finding a really weird looking blacksmith with diorite, so I ended up checking that out. I'm apologizing now for that my commentary in the past tense is going to be really bad, but it is what it is, I guess. I'm sorry. But there was some obsidian, some apples, some gold. It was not bad. And then I decided that I was going to go kind of right to the igloo because I was like, it's a village. It doesn't mean much. And this village, this village is in a straight line from the village by the ravine project. And it's a straight line east. So I was just exploring and was just going in random directions, and that was the direction I chose from the ravine building project, which I will be starting to work on more intensely here in the next couple episodes. Between building this and getting some redstone farms up, that's kind of the plan for Duck's World moving forward, but I wanted to explore a little bit. So I did that. And so here I had seen an igloo. I was like, I gotta record this live just in case there is a hidden room, and I did find a hidden room. What I did not know going into this live is that you end up, when you go down here, what we will find, and I'll give it a minute to catch up because I'm moving very fast, is I didn't know that it gave you the conversion opportunities between a villager and a zombie villager. So I was just curious. I was taking some stuff out. I took the golden apple. I was like, okay, I can probably do this, but I didn't know where there was a splash potion of weakness, and I found it right there in the brewing stand, as you can see right there. So I was like, okay, I'll just use it. Might as well cure it, cure the villager and get the achievement. And I was like, I'm gonna take this cactus, a free cactus. I'm gonna take it. So I ended up going there and converting, and then we got a little bit of some time while I'm waiting for it to convert to actually do a little bit of some chatting with you guys, because this takes a long time to convert, and doing it live, I had no clue how long it took, so I left the entire recording going so that I could get the achievement live. But what I do have time to tell you guys, as I'm just kind of waiting here, is that I want to thank you guys, and I seem to be doing this every episode, I know, but thank you guys so much for your support day in and day out for this channel. It has meant a lot to me, especially recently. It's meant a ton, and I want to thank you guys so much for that. It's been a lot of fun to do this. This is now the 51st episode of Duck's World. We've hit and gone past the half-century mark already for Duck's World, and it's really exciting to be able to go that far, and I thank you guys so much for that. And I'm just going to continue doing the series. It's a backbone of my channel, and I love it. So we're going to keep doing this. It was great. I love it. I really enjoyed this. What I did end up doing here, I'm going to come back to the igloo just very briefly, just to explain what's going to go on here in a moment, and then I'll continue chatting. I'm sorry that this is how the dubbed is going to go, but it's going to go like this. Is I ended up taking some of the stone bricks, the mossy stone bricks, and some cracked stone bricks for the base project. I ended up taking them because this is free. I'm going to take it. So I did do that. But then it was just kind of just checking some stuff out, just kind of looking around in this area. But what I did want to point out also that you will see later that I didn't mention now is in between episodes, I did go back to the ancient city and looted it dry. I ended up taking some of the wardens spawned, and so I ended up taking everything, and I'll show you guys the loot from it because it's really good loot when we get there. But I didn't die, but there were some really close calls, and if I would have had a microphone, I would have been able to record it live, but alas, spring break made it a little bit impossible, and that's also why my microphone wasn't plugged in before, as I was just unpacking from spring break, and it was a mess. It was a nightmare. But back to what I was talking about earlier with the series. I do have big plans for it. You will start to notice that uploads are going to get shorter and further apart, and that's because the projects themselves, I think, are going to get bigger and bigger. So that's kind of what that is all entailing here. And I do apologize for that, but I also am a college student and I can't do this all at the same time. But in terms of kind of the live stuff now, I'm just waiting. It was getting frustrating how long I had to wait because I didn't know how long it was. But I went back and I was like, nah, I probably should stay just in case I unload where they are. So I left them there. I got impatient, so I was just moving stuff around. And here's where I ended up taking the stone bricks and stuff like that. I did end up doing this here while I was waiting, but it was an adventure. I did enjoy it. We're about 2,000 blocks from the base. It wasn't that far because, like I said, it's a straight line for the ravine project, so it wasn't too terrible. But I was just waiting. It's like, okay, I can do this now. I want to say that I do like the fact that Mojang teaches how to do some of those hidden game mechanics like that through structures. Like in ancient cities, there's some redstone rooms. In an igloo, it shows you how to convert villagers, and that was really cool. So that's one thing that I do like about the new structures and the way that they generate is they have more than just a purpose of aesthetic. They teach mechanics as well, and I really enjoyed that. It was cool. But as you can see, I'm getting very impatient now, and we're getting close. We're getting close, and I was talking to villagers, which is always scary. I go insane so far that I'm talking to the villagers. I was talking about them being imprisoned there forever. It was something. There we go. As they're imprisoned forever, I did get the achievement. We did get curing villagers. It was great. I did enjoy that, getting that, because I wasn't going to do it at the villagers in my base, just because the villagers at my base, I don't want to risk them dying now that I've traded with them, and there is a risk of them dying as they're just kind of there. So I wanted to not worry about that at all. So I made sure that was all taken care of so they wouldn't die. But that's all that I ended up doing in the igloo. I wanted to say one last goodbye to these guys because I was insane at the time of recording this. So then we go up and we are just going to make our way back towards the base. And I'm going to kind of show you the straight line-esque area that we went to. I did end up lighting this igloo just so that I knew where it was in case I ever did come back here, just because I thought that the igloo was cool. But then I just go in a straight line, and I just start making my way back to the base, in just go and explore that. But like in the next clip, and I'm gonna just break the fourth wall and tell you when the clip ends, I'll show you what we ended up getting from the ancient city and some of the progress that I did in between episodes. Alright, so we did end up getting back to the base. This is still dubbed, sorry. But this is the loot that I ended up getting from the ancient city. We got another notch apple. We got 6 echo shards. We got a golden apple. We got some regen 2 potions. We got stuff like that. And I purely did this way just for the sake of, I didn't need the coal and a saddle and the leads and some of the armor that is in an ancient city, just because it's unnecessary. I don't need all that stuff, all the armor that I'm never going to use, and it also has Curse of Vanishing and Curse of Binding on them, which I'll never end up like physically using, and I can't take the curses off. But what I end up doing here is I have to go through my sorting system, because I'm looking for redstone, 1 piece of redstone, so I can make the recovery compass right now with the echo shards. That was what I was wanting to do. But I'm a moron and I couldn't figure out how to manage my inventory, so it took me a long time to figure that out right here, painfully long. But yeah, I wanted a recovery compass just because I will end up needing the recovery compass. I die a lot. That's how it works. But once that's all taken care of, I end up just throwing stuff from my inventory into the sorting system just to get it all out of my way for the moment. And I just get it out is was the whole goal. But yeah, I went to the ancient city. I got what I needed and got out. I wasn't too concerned about getting everything there. But now I can make a compass. After I got my inventory cleaned up a little bit, I was able to make a compass, and then I just right away made a recovery compass. Threw the echo shards in there. I had 2 left over. I got the recovery compass, and then from there, I was just really excited to have it. I hadn't died since I crafted it, so the compass was going a little berserk, but that's okay. It was more that I got it rather than what it actually does for me in the moment, because I'll use it later when I actually die. But I throw all of this stuff back into the shulker box for now, just so I don't have to worry about it. And then we go over to the valuables room. I just wanted to explain briefly what I had done there. I ended up putting the tridents in there because they're more for show rather than actual use. And then I had a chainmail set of armor through trading that I ended up just throwing in enchantment of unbreaking on there just to get them so that they glow. I had a turtle shell and elytra also, and there's an enderman in my base that I never actually found again, so that was kind of funny. But I also threw unbreaking on those just so they glow as well with enchantments. And then I did a little bit of some redecorating with, I put some sea lanterns in the walls, on the ceiling, a little bit more so that the area was lit up as well. So it just made the whole room feel a little bit more lit up and proper. And that was about it for what I did for progress in that room. It was just kind of there. I did throw a glowing item frame in the back just for sake of making it pop out and make it look exciting. And I now have to find a new place because I don't want to redesign this entire room with another notch apple. So I might just throw that one in a chest. I don't know yet, but we'll figure that out then. But it is now time for me to get onto projects where hopefully this is live audio. So I'll see you. Alright, so what I want to do with the remainder of this episode, and now that my mic works, is I want to get this glass set up in the rest of this ocean monument so that I have this archway finished. And this is going to take quite a bit of time, I know. But that's what I kind of want to do here for the time being. But it's just going to be glass all the way across. And it's not going to be very exciting, so I'm not going to keep you guys with me here. But that's just what I'm going to be working on here for the next couple minutes. And I'll just catch you guys up to speed when we are done. Alright, so I got all of the glass in place, and I brought way too much extra, that is for sure. But I want to kind of show you guys what I've got now for progress, if I can get over there. I do have a lot, and I mean a lot, of guardians that I'll have to kill, and also have to find a way to get in there, because I boxed myself out, actually. But there's going to be a lot of work that I have to do with killing all these guardians, but I need to get the water out soon as well, at some point, and I need to replace this prismarine that I broke earlier here at some point. Do I have just 2 blocks? Yeah, I'll just put these 2 there, just for the time being, to get rid of the water. But if we come down here now and go towards the entrance, through this mess that I have to fix later on. But if we go through here, did I miss? Oh no, the water just takes a long time. Alright, but if we go through here, we've got all the glass taken care of. Now I know it looks pretty ugly, but it's what it's got to be for now. But we are getting a little bit better at. Wow, this is noisy. We are getting better at like keeping the shape. Was the intent, is that the shape would remain as it is. And all I would have to do is clear out the water and then kill the guardians. I am noticing that I think I missed some though, but some spots for water. But we'll have to take care of that later. Right now I need to get it drained out so that it's easier to fight these guardians at least. I think I should have enough sponges, because I went through 2 monuments to get this many sponges, so I should have enough of them, I would hope, to at least get it close. But the guardians are being a pain in the butt right now, and I don't think I'll have enough sponges now that I'm looking at it, so we might have to come back here. I also am going to not die to these guys. I haven't died to them yet, and I would prefer to keep it that way. But yeah, it's looking like I'm going to need more sponges. And I'm sorry for these clips, but due to noise, I'm going to have to clip again. And just give you progress updates for now. But I guess I'll just catch you guys back up to speed when it's all drained out. I'll see you in a moment. So as you can probably hear, we did end up getting these cleared, and I used up all of the sponges I had left, so I'm gonna have to dry them all out. Two ocean monuments worth were used here, but I got them taken care of. So now I just got to take care of these stupid guardians because I was just kind of ignoring them. They were dealing damage, but I was just trying to ignore them just because I didn't want to deal with them while I was working on this. I just wanted to get the glass up and get the water drained because then it's easier to take care of them when they can't swim. So that's kind of what I was doing there. And now is that time where I gotta go through and take care of them now, so that's what I'm doing right now. But we do have this done. I did put some of these chiseled stone bricks to seal up the bottom of this entrance, because it actually wasn't watertight. This front of the ocean monument was floating, because there's a ravine right below this. So I did cover that. That's not permanent. I just needed it, for sake of getting the water all taken care of, I had to bring it up, and take it, and put those there so that the water wouldn't come back. But where are the other ones? Where are the other guardians? So there's some up there. I don't hear any more down here, which is good. So now we can take care of these sponges. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. I was just taking care of this water and taking care of the guardians. That's the main thing that I wanted to do right away. And from there, this will probably end up not being done all today, but I want to decorate this a little bit. This is going to be probably just another portal entrance and maybe some storage, and that's probably about it. But I wanted to get that done at least so that it was a little bit nicer to work with in here when I'm not fighting water and guardians. So that's what I got done. And I'll catch you guys when all these sponges are taken care of. Alright, so this is the space that we have to work with now, and I kind of like the look of it with the glass and just leaving it like this with the sea lanterns. I don't want to alter the shape of this room too much, so we'll probably decorate this room a little bit better, put a portal here, and then for the most part, I think that'll be it for this room, and just kind of leave it with the archway and pretty empty. Maybe a little bit of storage, but not a ton. But other than that, I think that is probably the extent of what I want to do until I have some redstone farms in here to determine whether this is going to be automatic storage or just manual storage in here. But I don't know if I'm going to be building my first redstone farm in here today. But one thing that we can do, and I might have to, where's my ender chest? I'll probably have to either go back to my base or hope. Nah, I didn't bring any in my ender chest. I was going to do this floor, because this floor right now is evened out, but it's pretty nasty, honestly. But I'll have to go back to my base to get what I want to do to build this floor up. So I'm going to probably end up going to do that now, and I will just come back here once I've got it for my base. It's been a common trope that I've noticed that people like to hate on birch wood, and I really like it. So I'm actually going to brighten this space up. I'm actually going to use it as a building block. Because I think it looks pretty nice in contrast to this prismarine that's a little bit darker, and the fact that we are, underwater and it is dark. I think that the birch planks will actually look good with it, with this darker aesthetic. So I'm going to use them, and I know people hate on birch, but I don't mind it. So I think we're going to use it, use it a lot here in this little build, because it also kind of shows a little bit of my character, where I like that stuff that nobody else does, and it's kind of weird, but that's how I am both in Minecraft and in real life. I'm just kind of weird like that. So that's what we're going to end up doing here for the time being for the floor. So I'm just kind of working on this, and I'm half slabbing it just in case at some point, if I do put anything in here, I don't have mobs spawning on me. Because that tends to be a problem when mobs spawn on top of me, then I usually die. I'd rather not die, but this is kind of what we're doing here for the time being, and I do apologize again for a couple things while I'm doing this. Number one, the audio for the first 12 minutes of this video was just outright bad. I'm sorry. That's kind of what happens, I guess, when you forget to plug in your microphone after you move places, but that's what went down. And then also my commentary sense has been pretty bad. And the primary reason for that is just because I've been at home, and so I've got to do quick cuts because of noise and whatnot. So I apologize for that as well. But other than that, it's just kind of been a poorly planned episode, and I do apologize for that as well. But we're just gonna keep working this out. We don't have a whole lot of actual space here. That's why I'm not sure that I'll put very much for storage. Maybe an ender chest, maybe some workbenches here, maybe a couple villagers if I dare even transport villagers in the Nether. I don't even know about that. I might want to get some villagers in here just so that they're closer to redstone farms. That way it'll be easier for me to do certain things. But again, I'm not sure about that even. So the plans for this industrial district are kind of up in the air. I don't even know if I want to keep the rooms of the ocean monument. Maybe I want to clear it out so that it's just one big empty space, and then I have the farms all together around a central storage point. I might try to do that. I'm not sure yet, but that's a ways out, I think, for this space. So we just got to kind of work on getting that situated later on. But by the looks of it, it looks like we have the floor done. And I kind of like it. I kind of like the lighting effects that the sea lanterns give off on the birch planks. I kind of like that, like this. So I think it was a good idea to use birch wood here. Now I'm going to get rid of these spruce doors because they're ugly. Because they're so dark, and we might as well just keep the birch aesthetic, except that I made them all slabs, which is a problem. I want to have some sort of. Do I even want doors? Does it look fine without doors? Maybe I don't even want doors. I'm not sure that I do. We'll have to wait on that and see. Gonna half slab all the way across here, so it's one step. Um, but I'm thinking we might not need doors. In fact, what if we did this and made it a big archway? Pulled that out, pulled that out. I think I like that actually, giving it a bigger space. I think I like that. I like that. So I think we're gonna leave it like that. For storage, where'd I put my ender chest? Oh, in my inventory, which is probably a good thing. Do I have torches? Tools? No, no torches. I keep forgetting to grab my ease of access box. I need to make that and then use it. But yeah, that's we don't have that right now, so we're gonna have to go torch stuff in here later on. But I think that's all of the work that I'm gonna want to do today here in the Ocean Monument. I'm gonna go see if there's something else that I want to accomplish in today's episode, and I'll get back to you guys here in one moment. So I don't have as much time as I thought I did, so I'm actually not going to work over at the ravine building project. I was going to do that, and I don't think that I will at the moment. Um, just because I don't have the time that I want to use there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to probably build a portal here once I get some obsidian, um, which might be actually easier said than done. What I need is I need to replace the prismarine up at the top of this place. First I need to get up to the top of this place at some point because that is bugging me. And right now it's chiseled stone bricks of all things, and I still need to clean. I need to clean some of this area up, as you can clearly tell. I need to clean up some of this area so that it's a little bit more appealing to the eye, first of all, and then also just easier to access things. Because right now, I don't even know how to get out of this place now that I've sealed myself up in here. So I've got to find a way to get out of here without destroying stuff. And then I have to work on getting obsidian and whatnot so that I can get nether portal in here just so that I can access this space easier. But I'm not seeing where that would be easy to get out of here. So I'm going to have to just dig my way out. But I'll just go get obsidian and then I'll be back. And then we can maybe clean up this space in the time that we have allotted because I'm not going to be able to get to the ravine building project. So I'll catch you guys in one moment when I have obsidian and we can build a portal. Alright, so we are back. My plan for this nether portal is here and here as the corners, and then just bringing it down as far as it will go. And I know that it looks really obscure to have corners like that, but I think that it might actually not look bad. And Does that work? I guess that works temporarily for a portal. I'll probably change it up later. But here's what we've got. And I want to kind of see this nether spawn. And then I'll probably end up going right back. Oh, it connected up to the one. Oh, the one that I had up at my little staging platform. So will it go up? Oh, it'll probably go over there, not actually in here. Oh, it did. Okay. So that actually linked up pretty nicely. That's good. I'm just going to go through again just to check. And so I know where I am and know how to get here. The problem is it's a pain in the butt to get here. So I'll probably end up still using my just my swimming and my boat to get to and from, because it's kind of a pain in the butt spawn. But I don't know what I expected other than that, so I guess that's what we got. But what I'm going to do, now that I have extra obsidian, I don't have enough, but I need to keep obsidian and a flint and steel in here at all times. And then I need to keep this on my in my inventory at all times as well. But yeah, that's kind of it for here. I think I might go back to the base, start work on a project that I've been wanting to do for a while. It won't get done today, but we'll get work started on it. We'll get working on it. So I'll just kind of catch you guys back up to speed when we're back at the base. Alright, so what I want to do here at the base, here in today's episode and throughout the rest, probably the next couple episodes, is I will actually want to build a super smelter and in here so that I can smelt items easily. And I think the only logical place to put it now that every other place is covered is just to put it right here next to the exit water elevator. Excuse me, sorry, the exit water elevator, and kind of in line with this staircase. So I think it has to go right here. So I think I'm going to just start digging this way, and I think I want to match it with the height of the valuables room on the opposing side. So I think it's going to be that tall, and then if it's here, is it only one block? No, it's not. So this will still work. If I do this, line her up, and go back here, I think that'll work well. All right, cool. So this is going to be where the super smelter room will be, and it'll be in further than the valuables room just because this water elevator is still here, and I want to actually have it as a separate room. So actually, let's not make it as wide as I was going to. Let's make it one block thinner. It'll look really obscure, and it won't match up, and it'll bother me. But by doing that, I still keep this separate, the water elevator separate from this room, which is what I want. What I want to ensure that happens. So I got to put this lantern back here. I want to ensure that it stays separate. Just for my brain's sake, it helps a lot if stuff is separated like that. So we're just gonna start hollowing out a room, like so, and we probably won't actually get to any of the infrastructure today. But we'll start working on it at least. And I think that I'm actually going to keep this as a stone room entirely to match the factory aesthetic that we've got over here. Because this is going to be a super smelter, so it's going to be very, very factory looking. And so I think I wanna keep that motif going on this side. I think the only area that's not going to fit the factory slash prison aesthetic that I've got going is the valuables room over here, because this is almost like a grand hall type of thing, and I wanted to kind of incorporate the two and keep it a little bit different, so to speak, different from the rest of the base, and keep it so that it's not incorporated into the base design as much as the other spaces. I want to keep it a little bit more grand and different. So that's kind of what I was going for here. But I think that all we'll probably do in today's episode is probably just dig the hallway. Honestly, dig the hallway to get this super smelter area situated so that later on we can actually put the super smelter in the next episode or in the next upcoming episodes, so that it's a little bit easier to work with later. And I apologize for my rambling. I'm noticing that I'm doing that, so as always, I'm going to apologize for that. And we did find coal, but I'm going to leave that for now because I'm not going to need it immediately. What I'm going to need immediately is torches, actually. So can I do that and that?
So I got a couple torches, and I guess I'm gonna have to take. Guess I'm gonna have to take some of this coal. I don't want a bunch of it, but just enough to make some torches. And I need to smelt the ore, I guess, because I have silk touch. I don't have anything else on. No, who am I kidding? I'll just steal some of this coal here. And then we'll throw that up there. I'm sorry that this is super boring, but it is a building project with me, so it will be boring. That's kind of how it works. So apologies there. But we can do this, and we'll just continue digging this hallway out. I will replace that coal because I kind of want to leave that there, just as kind of a motif in the wall of what this space is actually going to be of. And I don't want to change that too much. I don't think. I kind of want to keep this space relatively simple and uniform. So I don't want to change a whole lot to this room. But I think that that is probably going to be it. I'm gonna finish off this layer. Then this will be a hallway for a project to be continued later on. I think I'm actually going to end this episode here. As I am on spring break, I don't want to spend too much time, particularly doing stuff that's mediocre. I wanted to get that ocean monument cleared, and I got distracted when I was exploring, and I found that igloo, and that kind of changed the trajectory of the first half of this episode. But I do want to thank you guys so much for sticking with me and watching this episode. I do appreciate it. Sorry that it is shorter than usual, but we will continue later on, probably finishing off this super smelter area and working on the Redstone Industrial District and that ocean monument. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Adios.